So it's only one person can raise their voice in our household.
Yeah, I mean, and in mine, we don't raise our voice at all, really.
Right.
I mean, we laugh and joke probably more than anything else.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because of when I get into that, when I'm angry, I don't talk. I don't speak.
That's a great say that because I've been your neighbor for a while, and from my own personal observation, I've never seen you mad.
Right.
Never seen you mad. I've never seen your children mad or your wife mad.
Right.
So you know.
And the thing about that is that again, we're that family where you don't want to make us mad.
I know because that scares me. Even though I've been to your house a couple of times, you know, I don't know what's going on in your basement. You know,
right.
You guys are really quiet.
Right.
I just DJ.
Right.
That's the only time I hear you is when you laugh, and that's it. But other than that, it's like, what is going on over there?
Yeah,
nah.
But you know, ain't that deep.
Nah, but you're good neighbors, though. You're definitely good neighbors.
I mean, y'all are too, you know, and you know, but that's the thing. Like, you want to make sure that you create an environment in your neighborhood where it's like, yo, you know, I want these people out of there.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Right.
You know, you want to make sure that we're not yelling, we're not screaming. We're not playing music after 10 o'clock, you know, things like that.
Well, you can play your music anytime you want to play your music. It's just you just have to play it within reason,
right?
Of you know, a good volume so you can listen to it. But like I say, a lot of times I like music, so a lot of times one of our neighbors might be playing some music, and it's something right up my alley.
Yeah,
I'm grooving to this right along with them. You know?
Right.
So you know that's how, and that's how it should be.
Right.
You know, like. We lost sight of truly what neighborhoods are.
Right.
We've really lost sight of that because today you have to be very careful about what you say, who you say it to.
Right.
And you have to be really cautious. Even when you have children, you have to be cautious. Women have to be cautious. Men have to be cautious about things. But what we're trying to do at the Neighbors Podcast is we're trying to bring back that old school feel about your neighborhoods.
Right.
Because them neighborhoods, those people are still in those neighborhoods.
They are, very much so.
They're definitely there. And we like to hear about those people, you know, also doing our Rep Your Neighborhood on Fridays. So
right.
Make sure that you tell us about those people. We want to hear about Mrs. Johnson down the street that been in the block for 45 years and she's still pulling switches off the tree. We want to hear about those type of people. Or we want to hear about Miss Nosy, Miss Jones up the street.
Right.
Who's always watching what the kids is doing, you know, even though we fuss and get mad at her, but she's keeping an eye on the neighborhood for us.
Right.
You know? We don't have that too much no more.
But you know what? You know, as soon as you said Miss Johnson, I thought about In Living Color. When she said, I ain't the one to gossip.
Yeah, but you ain't hear from me. You ain't hear from me, but yeah, exactly.
You know, but even tell us about stuff like that. That stuff is still going on.
Right.
You know, unfortunately, the things that you hear on the news about the neighborhoods, you know, people stealing cars, the people getting robbed, playing a knockout game, you know, people getting shot over just things that just doesn't make sense right now.
Just pettiness right now.
You know, so the whole focus of the Neighbors Podcast is to continually bring the neighborhood together.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter where your neighborhood is at. I don't care if you... We're in Pennsylvania, so I don't care if you guys are all the way in California, Texas, Atlanta, wherever. Neighborhoods are the same everywhere.
Right. You know, so make sure that you rep your neighborhood with us on every Friday.
That's right.
You know, but even if you had something juicy going on during the week, don't be afraid to hit us up and let us know.
Let us know.
You know, now just don't tell us if somebody fell down the steps.
Yeah,
you know, sometimes you know stuff like that is funny, but you know, we don't need that.
And one thing me and Reese can guarantee you, if you send us something, we guarantee we're going to put it on the air for y'all. We're definitely going to put it out there for you.
Right.
You know, everything that's within reason. You know, if it's something that we deem that it shouldn't go on there, we're not going to put it on there.
We're all about positivity.
Exactly.
You know, we may cover some ratchetness, some things that might be on the border, but that's just to help bring light to the situation.
That's right.
You know, and put a positive spin on that.
Right.
That's the whole key to this right now. How do we bring positivity not just to ourselves, but to the generations after us?
That's right. Speaking of positivity, not to cut you off, my brother, but speaking of positivity, tell them about our song, our bring-in song that we got there, our theme song.
Yo, so first of all, the song is called "I'm My Number One Fan," and it's by a brother named T. Anthony. You can follow him on Instagram, icon_T. Anthony.
Yes.
Tawan Bailey Merriweather.
That's right. Go follow this brother, please. Especially if you like our intro song.
Right. Now, keep in mind, this is exclusive.
Yeah.
It's exclusive to us.
To us right now. Right. That's right.
You know, but the one thing about our intro song is that first, you have to be a fan to yourself first.
Right.
Self-love. How do you motivate yourself? How do you wake up in the morning and say, you know what? I know I'm not in the best situation, but I'm going to make it better today. By the time I go to sleep tonight, I checked another thing off of my to-do list.
Right. That's
going to make not just myself, but maybe my kids, my nieces, my nephews, my grandmama, anybody better.
Right.
You get what I mean? You know, so that type of thing.
And you know, to understand that if you are not your own fan, how can somebody else be a fan of you? Or how can somebody else look up to you and acknowledge the things that you're doing correctly?
Right.
You know, if you're not acknowledging them, if you're not talking about them, speaking about them, and walking the talk, you know, you got to be your own number one fan before anybody else can be a fan of you.
Right. So I hope that y'all are understanding where we're coming from, and we're trying to spread positivity and love.
Yeah.
You know, but make sure you follow that brother, Tawan Bailey Merriweather, icon_T. Anthony.
And that's on Instagram.
That's on Instagram. I believe it's on Facebook too.
Yeah,
I got to take a look at that again.
Yeah.
But we'll get back to you on that. We'll get back to you on that. So with all that being said, this is how we plan on bringing the neighborhood to you. You know, the love and support that we have just from our own neighbors.
Right.
You know, how we try to make sure that, hey, someone has a parking spot outside. You know, things like that. Now, do we get frustrated at each other sometimes? I would say so.
Of course.
I would say so.
Especially when I can't park in front of my house.
But you know what, though? You know, the one thing is I'm going to say is that we are, I would say that we are really respectful of each other.
Yes.
And I hope that y'all can respect us and eventually show respect to your own neighbors.
Right, exactly.
You get what I mean?
Exactly.
You know, so, and that you can say things in a way where you don't have to yell.
Right, you don't.
You don't have to yell to be heard.
You just have to use this big voice that I have.
Now, I want y'all to understand that, you know, you can contract him out and he will come to your house, and, you know, if you need him to say something to somebody, he will.
Yes, I will. I also sing birthday songs.
Right.
Love songs.
Right. So, you know, we appreciate y'all. You know, we appreciate y'all listening to this first show of ours. You know, make sure that you continually pay attention to our marketing for the next show. And, again, you can reach us on so many platforms,
yes,
but it will all be in the description below.
Oh, one thing before we go, yo. One more thing that I forgot to mention is that, and I think Reese did touch on it real quick, is that we will be interviewing people in our neighborhoods, people that we feel as though that are influenced and making a difference in our neighborhoods, and we will be bringing that to you also. So just stay tuned, ride with us, y'all. This is our first show. Just ride with us, bear with us for a minute. You know, give us a chance.
Right,
you know,
right.
Give us a chance. You know, I guarantee you that it will get better and better, and you're gonna love this song. I mean, love this show, and you're gonna love our song also.
Right, you're
Trust
gonna love. We believe that you're gonna love everything about us.
Everything about us. Everything about us.
You know, so just keep in mind, if you need inspirational quotes or whatever else, you know, you can always look us up on Instagram. But as Arnold said to you earlier, we'll come to bar mitzvahs and weddings and everything else.
Exactly. Mazel tov.
Yeah. You know, so, you know, we love y'all from the neighborhood.
Yes, we do.
And check us out next week.
Yep, to our next podcast.
Right. Peace.